After a great night's sleep, we wake up to a gray morning. On this trip, we decided not to bother packing breakfast to reduce our pack volume and allow us to get out of camp faster in the morning. So, after a quick cup of instant coffee, we waste no time breaking down camp and heading out onto the trail.
The descent to the beach was really steep and loose last night, and I'm a little worried that we're going to have to climb something similar on the way out.
My fears end up being unfounded, though, and the road winds fairly gently along the shore to Ejido Eréndira. The first 20 miles this morning make for some really great riding. The dirt road is fun and flowing, with beautiful coastal views around each corner. We pass through Ejido Eréndira, a sleepy little coastal community. We decide to hold off on breakfast until we get a few more miles behind us this morning. Maybe in San Quintin. On our way out of town, we run into this small pack of wild donkeys, who are very curious to see what we have in our saddlebags.
Hello, baby donkey. What's going on? Hey. Behave yourself.
Our destination today is Cataviña. Just about 200 miles from here, this high desert landscape should offer pretty stark contrast to the beaches and coastal mountains we traveled through yesterday. Camping among the Saguaro and Cataviña was one of my most anticipated stops of the trip. Clear desert skies and the absence of any nearby light pollution promise an opportunity for some epic photos of the night sky. The ride is unremarkable until the road takes a sharp turn at El Rosario de Arriba and starts carving through the mountains and canyons as it climbs toward the high desert plateau of Cataviña. The biggest disappointments on the trip so far is how badly the landscape is treated here. Even the most remote, idyllic places, 100 miles from civilization, are strewn with garbage. It's as if someone drove out here and emptied a dump truck. We start seeing saguaro cacti along the road, a sign that we're getting close to our destination. As always, we're running a little behind schedule, but I expect that we should still have about an hour of good daylight to explore the desert off-road. We finally get off the pavement and get to explore this surreal desert landscape of enormous boulders strewn about a desert floor covered with all manner of cacti. Though there are patches of loose sand here and there, the ground is mostly hard-packed and so clear of debris that it's almost as if someone had come through and swept it.
Whoa! Shit!
Thanks to the GPX tracks that Sterling Noreen posted from his recent trip to this area, it doesn't take us long to find a great place to camp. We decided it'd be a great shame not to have a fire tonight, and there wasn't much in the way of dead wood on the ground, and we didn't want to damage the delicate desert landscape by cutting wood. So, after setting up our tents, we decide to see if we can find some locals that might be willing to sell us some firewood. About 5 miles down the road, we come upon a home and pull over to ask where we might be able to find some wood. It wasn't until we turned off our engines that we'd noticed that the two policemen were brandishing their rifles. But the guy who owns the place said he'd be happy to sell us a bit of wood. Before long, we're loaded up and on our way.